It's time to go balls deep.
The EA Sports College Football Headquarters.
Yeah, buddy. Here we go. Another episode.
Yeah, welcome back to Balls Deep. We are here at the Roll Room Studios. It is Anthony Scafacci.
I'm Alan Gigax.
Yep, and welcome to another episode. We're glad that you guys are listening today, and we want to thank you and remind you to please hit that follow button, rate the podcast, give us a like, tell your friends.
Yeah, you got to hit that subscribe and maybe do the auto download. Because one of the things we've noticed is that for all the listeners we have, only like 25% of them get the podcast instantly, like
Yes.
as soon as it drops. We got to up that number.
Yeah, and for me, it gives me like this anxiety, like nobody's going to listen to us
Right.
because we only see like the same so many people.
Yeah.
Download it, and I want thousands immediately.
Right, exactly.
Right,
yeah. Because you're going to listen to it anyway. Just have
exactly.
that shit automatically download.
Yep.
Don't fuck with us.
Okay, all right. So hey, Al.
Yeah,
so
we got a sponsor.
we got a sponsor for Just the Tip, don't we?
Yes, this week's sponsor is Strawberry Week Moon Cups. Balls Deep is brought to you by Strawberry Week Moon Cups, providers of alternative sanitation products since 1995.
All right. And today, Al, we have a very special guest.
Wait. What about the tip, dude?
Oh shit, you're right, dude. I am. Dude, look, I'm not a professional. Okay.
No, you don't say.
I forget things. So go ahead. Give us the tip, Al. Give us the tip.
So the tip is, let's say you're crippled. You got like bad legs or something.
Yeah, let's start with that.
Here's the move. I see this guy on my mail route, and he's walking down the street, and he's clearly crippled. He's got like one leg that kind of sticks off to the side. His upper body's kind of crooked off to the other side. But he wears jeans and a cowboy hat.
Okay.
And so when I see him, I think, oh, that dude was busting some broncs.
Yeah, he was riding bulls, and that's why he's all messed up.
And that's why he's crippled. Yeah, exactly.
He tells the chicks that.
Yeah.
I used to ride bulls.
So when I see him, I don't think like, oh, that poor infirmed fellow. I think, oh, that guy's a real man's man. That dude's a freaking ass kicker.
Okay, so
if you're crippled,
wear a cowboy hat
jeans and a cowboy hat.
All right,
Yeah, and cowboy boots if they can fit on top of your gnarled feet.
It's simple but effective.
Yeah,
I like the tip. Thanks,
there
Al.
you go. I'm
Appreciate
very
that.
helpful.
Okay, so now I know I was a little excited.
Yeah.
But it's because we're going to cover a really good topic today.
We are, dude. It's a
and I'm super excited about it because it's kind of highbrow for us. You know, we're not all just dick and fart jokes.
No,
right?
not all dick and fart jokes.
Yeah.
No.
But today we have a young man with us. His name is Braden Lutman. Sorry if I said your last name wrong, but Braden, how are you today?
You're good. Good. How are you?
Yeah, we're good, man. So tell us about yourself.
Currently I'm a college student. I graduated high school a year early. Family situations. Needed to get out of it.
Okay.
And today I'll just be here talking about like how gaming specifically can talk to me through mental health.
Great. Yeah, that's a big topic. You know, when we first started our page, the headquarters page, one of the things was people used to talk all the time about how this game, college football, specifically because of our page, kind of kept them sane and they couldn't wait for it to come back. And so it was kind of a running theme, like, and the community and starting to meet people, that was such a big deal. So for you, can you tell us about your gaming and mental health journey, or where you started to figure out that gaming helped you?
I kind of was never able to put my finger on it until about a few years back. I didn't grow up in the best of situations.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
My mother really never provided for me and my older sister at the time. My older sister was playing the role of a mother at the age of 6.
Wow.
Dude.
There would be times that I would be sat in front of a little box TV and play Wii.
Okay.
I'd play Madden 10. I'd play WWE, and honestly, I never realized it, but like that was sheltering me from like a lot of harsh realities of life that people fall into.
How much older is your sister than you?
I'm 18, and she had just turned 22 here in February.
Dude, so like you were 6 and she was 10, and she was having to like be the mom of the house?
No, so she was 6. I was 2.
Holy
wow.
shit!
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. And like looking back on it, like I never really gave it like any thought, but like
Yeah, you
I
don't know
was
any
like,
different.
dude, yeah, I was 2. My
Right.
sister, she has seen a lot more things than a 6-year-old girl should have seen at her time. Um,
Dude.
yeah, and if it wasn't for my grandparents, man, like I would probably be dead.
Wow. That's pretty intense, man.
That is intense. And so you found that escape into the world of video games.
Yes. I didn't even know how to turn a Wii on. I didn't know how to plug one in.
Wow. I got a similar problem with my wife.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I just think that it was something that was able to keep me from seeing a lot of things that my mother was doing at the time.
Okay. So you're, let's see, you're 18 now. So pretty much online gaming has been a thing since you were old enough to, use a controller. There has been the ability to play online, but there wasn't always like the technology for you to like talk to other people online. How old were you when you started to like meet people as friends in an online gaming situation?
I would say when I got my Xbox here, I got the Xbox Series X the Christmas that it came out. So like December of
Wow.
2023. I was like, because I had moved in with my grandmother and grandfather shortly after those things took place with my mother. And I think Christmas of 2012 or 13, they had got me my first Xbox.
Okay.
They didn't want me to they didn't want me playing online
Sure. A lot of predators
because
and random stuff going on there.
And you already
Yeah.
have enough awful people within your own home. You don't need to interact with all the
Yeah.
awful people on the internet.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. And they were like, show that you can, and we will hopefully get you somewhere someday that you could like start to play online with people. I got a Nintendo Switch like right when they came out for Christmas. I think I ended up selling it, or it's under my grandparents' bed right now.
That thing's probably worth
And
like
then-
50 grand right now. So you should go find it.
Yeah. Then in like I said, Christmas of 2023, I got my first actual like gaming headset.
Uh-huh.
I got an Xbox. I got Game Pass Ultimate for 1 year, and I was set. I was the happiest 17-year-old kid
Dude.
that you could be at that time because I was like, I finally get to play with my buddies.
Sure.
And
And so like would you just get online and play and then that's it, like 7-8 hours later you're still going at it because that was the equivalent of like hanging out with your buddies, right?
yeah, there have been times where like I think it was over the summer because I hang out with like some of my buddies that are still in high school. Like I said, I graduated a year early.
Sure.
And some of the buddies that like I hang out with now, we were playing, I think it was MLB The Show one day over this past summer, and my other buddies were like, come outside your house, we're walking the sheets. I was like, it's 2 a.m. They were like, come on, you've been on the game since 6 at night. I was like, you know what, you're right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah,
So
it's one of those things.
I remember when I used to play EverQuest. Now back then we didn't have like audio, right? But it was
You type.
It was, yeah, you would have to type.
Right.
But like on a good weekend, because I had no money, and so at the time I think like a subscription was like around $10 a month or something like that.
Okay.
So
For like unlimited
for
play.
unlimited play though.
Yeah, yeah.
Right. And so I might get online and for the next, I don't know, 12, 14, 16 hours.
Right. Just play
basically-
these big marathon sessions.
Yeah, just be doing these like huge marathon sessions because it was like playing with friends.
Right.
Right.
Like
And-
the only time you were AFK away from keyboard was like to go take a shit.
yeah, exactly. Or,
Yeah.
to beat off.
See, and
You know?
that's where he has the advantage of having the Switch because you could just take it with you
Yeah.
when you go take a shit.
Yeah. So Braden, now you are at college. Are you physically at? You said you're at Slippery Rock College.
Yes, sir.
Are you physically there, like on campus now?
Yeah.
How's the scenery?
Yeah. The
Um,
ladies.
I mean,
college.
scenery's pretty good.
Yeah.
Right on.
It's more of like a rural setting, honestly.
It- do you guys have like a sports program and things? I've never heard of Slippery Rock College. So
Yeah.
are there like sports programs there? Like, do they play, whatever soccer,
Yeah, we actually have one of the best Division II football teams in the country.
Oh, really?
Oh, that's cool.
Have you made them yet on Team Builder?
Great question.
No, I really
dude.
want to though, because before coming to this college, I had a pretty bad experience with our rival college
Yeah.
down by home.
Did you ever
And I really
hold on? Did you ever find your way into their head coach's house and take a dump in the top of his tank?
honestly, I
That's
really
a good
wanted
move.
to because
Yeah.
I had a job with that football team with the strength and conditioning. Like I worked the whole camp.
Uh-huh.
I worked
Wow.
everything. And then they hired this girl who they knew damn well was only going to bring in such activities.
To
And I
us.
was like, okay.
I would have
Yeah.
done the same thing. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
Brandon.
yeah.
Yeah, so I
Can't blame
dropped
them.
out.
Okay.
I
Wow.
dropped out. I hated my professors. They were dicks. And I was like, you know what, man? Let me
Dude.
get out of this situation.
And you go to the
So I
rival
transferred.
school.
Yeah.
And that's it, man. That's the move, right?
Hell yeah, that's definitely the move.
If Michigan does you wrong,
You go to Michigan
Ohio
State.
State
Or
or,
Ohio
Michigan
State,
State, yeah, whatever, and you put it to them.
That's right. So okay,
Oh,
so
hell yeah.
so now you're at Slippery Rock College, and do you currently play any sports yourself, or do anything like when you're not gaming?
So, a little bit, yeah.
Okay.
Um,
So like, what's there to do there? Like, what's the scene?
so we have an outlet mall like
Nice.
15, 30 minutes away from us.
Uh huh.
Wow, dude,
So,
that is
like-
rural. Yeah.
Yeah, so like when the weather is really nice, we'll go out there and we'll just blow money.
Nice. I like
Like
it.
it's gotten to the point where like I had to pick up a job on top of like my refunds and stuff from here. And like, cause I want to spend money. Like I also want a car too. But
Nice.
just
Yeah.
like things we can do around here. We're not too far from the city of Pittsburgh.
Sure.
We're like an hour and 15 minutes away.
Okay.
Yeah, so I think the university actually organizes a trip every year when the weather turns, and they like take a bunch of kids down to Top Golf.
Nice.
Oh, that's fun.
yeah. We have
I
a
like
top golf here.
Yeah.
So. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're in Las Vegas and we're in the suburbs of Vegas, so it's pretty much the exact same thing.
Yeah, exactly. So,
Oh, yeah.
so okay, Braden. So now, right, you are playing online as kind of part
Mhm.
of a mental health, like almost like a therapy of sorts, right? So
Yeah.
to keep yourself kind of on the right path from doing more destructive things. And so tell us like now, how that's going for you in terms of like how much gaming do you play? What's your balance kind of like between like, doing social activities outside, maybe school, and then gaming?
Yeah, I mean, even though I like gaming will always be of a lower priority. I still find time for it though. Like I'll listen to like recorded lectures and stuff, or I'll have text to speech read like textbooks that I could have found online and stuff. But yeah, I go to class every day. I have Monday through Friday classes, and just like the general stuff. I'm a freshman right now, so it's pretty easy. I think they have me taking a fourth grade math at the moment.
Okay.
All right.
So yeah, so I'll like go home. Well, I'll go there, come back, do my homework, maybe go out to eat, go shoot some hoops, play some football with friends, something like that, and then
That
come
sounds
back,
nice.
do some
Yeah, it
yeah,
does sound
come
like a
back,
pretty
do
good
some
deal.
more homework and game.
Yeah.
That's
And-
awesome.
And so what's like the big game now? What are you playing right now? Like what's your go-to?
My go-to, see, I play games like as first as they come out, especially if you have like Madden or college football where you have an ultimate team.
Sure. Okay.
Because like I want to be like the best there can be. Right now with MLB The Show 25 just dropping, I've been playing that so much.
Yeah. So do you is MLB The Show? Do they have like online leagues and things like that?
So, not really. You can do like online, like head to head, like
Okay.
on Madden where you just have like a head to head.
Sure, but not like a
Um,
season, right?
Not a season. I haven't really looked into the franchise modes. I don't know if you can do those online,
Sure.
but they do have what they call Diamond Dynasty.
Okay.
Right on.
It's like Ultimate Team in college football and Madden.
Okay.
Okay, yeah.
And like the better your players are, the better your team's gonna be.
Sure. So you could get like Derek Jeter, or you could get like like Babe Ruth or whoever, like
Yeah.
whoever they release.
Yeah.
Okay, that's cool. And so, who's your best player? Who do you got?
I think right now, because they went back to the old version of it, and instead of just giving 99s like right off bat, like you could open like two 99s out of like 10 packs.
Okay.
So with that, yeah, since then they were like, we're not going to release 99s until about 6 months after the game is released.
Dude, they
We
got to
want the game to be-
squeeze you.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, get every penny out of you. Yeah.
Sons of
Well,
bitches.
Okay.
Yeah,
All right.
there is a pay option, but yeah, I mean, I think my best player right now is an 86, Clayton Kershaw.
I know.
Okay,
I've heard of him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, that's cool. So who are like the 99 players? Who's the holy grail that you're looking for?
It's Otani, dude. It's the guy, the
gotta
Japanese guy could pitch,
That
hit
is
home
actually
runs.
crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, dude, that
That's
guy's a
actually
beast.
crazy that you say that
Okay.
because right now he's the highest card in the game. He's like the most sought after card.
Sure. Oh yeah,
Yeah,
that
there
guy's
you go.
fucking monster. He's like Godzilla. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, like he just shows up to your fucking local ballpark and fucks your team in the ass, and then he leaves. Like it's like he doesn't even like take you to dinner or nothing. He just comes, raw dogs you, and then leaves. He hits like 4 bangers and wins like 2 games. It's crazy.
I mean, yeah, he's disgusting. It's like, he doesn't even speak English. Like he does not speak fluent English.
I bet you he
but
speaks
will
a
sit-
lot. He probably sounds like he's from like the middle of the Bronx. Like
He's putting on.
Yeah, fuck
it's a
yeah.
put on.
It's a
Yeah,
put
yeah,
on.
Exactly. Yeah. To keep the fans under control a
yeah,
little bit.
because then they
Right.
won't try to talk to him.
Yeah, there
because
you
he's
go.
like, oh, Ochido, I don't speak English.
Yeah.
Fuck. Meanwhile,
Yeah,
Hey,
I mean-
so I want to go back a little bit to growing up and using games as an escape. So when you were little, did you have your own room?
No.
Okay.
Go
ahead.
Certain points, at certain points in times, it was actually the house that my grandmother, God bless her, came and got me and my sister from on a Sunday night before she had started a new job.
Wow.
But yeah, so we were living in a 1-bedroom apartment.
Okay.
It was a
you,
flat.
your sister, and your mom, or do you mean your grandma?
Me and my sister, my mother, and
Okay.
whatever dude she would have over at the time.
Right.
it was not me. Just warning.
Okay.
Not me.
Yeah.
I've never been there,
and-
so go ahead.
Yeah. And it was just like you would walk up the stairs and you would turn to the left and like there would be the bedroom and the bathroom. You would go straight into the kitchen and you would go right and it had like a little more of a nicer living room area.
All right.
Uh-huh.
And that's where like most of the time like I would go like find myself.
Okay.
Yeah, I'd throw like little bouncy balls off the walls and stuff.
I can relate to that.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah,
So then,
and
when you
then-
got the video game, were there issues of getting TV time in order to play it?
Oh no.
Okay.
Because of the extensive amounts of time that me and my sister were left to sit there.
Oh, right.
well, my
your mom
mother
wasn't
would be-
present. Right.
Yeah, and we have different fathers as well. So that we really don't talk to. But like we would just like sit there and I'd be like, I'm hungry. My 6-year-old sister would be like, I'm gonna go make mac and cheese.
Dope.
He'd either get on a
yeah.
step stool or she'd go on a step stool or grab a chair and stand on top of that chair and just cook.
Play with fire.
Oh.
I like it. Your sister sounds like she's a pretty good person. I hope you're still close with her.
Yeah. I am not as close with her as I'd like to be.
You should
as-
definitely
Right.
call her after this. Yeah.
Mhm.
Just saying. I got to call my mom,
Yeah.
so I'm not one to talk.
Yeah. There you go.
Yeah.
Right. So when you said your grandmother came and like took you out of that situation, thank goodness. Did they also take your sister in?
Yes.
Okay, that's awesome. How long did you live with them? Like from what age to what age?
So I was pulled out of that situation at like 2.5, 3 years old. It was actually around this time, a few years, like back when they did it.
Mhm.
Uh-huh.
I've lived with them my whole life.
Okay, for your basically your grandparents are kind of functionally more your parents then.
Yes.
Okay, and they're obviously supportive of you, and want you to go to college and want what's best for you and all that stuff, which is great. And so now, how often do you like go back and see your grandparents?
Um, well, because of the past that I've had, I developed a lot of issues
Okay,
with like expressing myself and like getting angry.
sure.
So
I
that
could see
led to
where the
like
anger
being
might
like
come from.
Yeah.
yeah, that led to being institutionalized.
Whoa. Okay.
Uh yeah, I was in four places, all across West PA,
Okay.
like Western Pennsylvania, and I was institutionalized at four different places over the span of 4.5, almost 5 years.
Okay. And so you were like living in an institution of sorts?
Yes.
Okay. And so obviously there probably not a lot of gaming or am I wrong?
The one place had some um obviously in a place like that with like children and things that like you want them to teach them how to succeed in life.
Okay.
It was all mostly rewards based
Okay.
because that's um the one place did have a lot of opportunities for that. But yeah, so that's kind of like where I really started to understand like how Madden and like how 2K had worked.
Were you like
Um
sharking the other people
The other-
in the institution? Like,
Right.
since you could probably play for cigarettes, maybe you get like their donut or something like that. Like I'll play you some Madden for a donut.
yeah, there were definitely times when snacks would be put up on the line.
Oh hell yeah,
And
that's high stakes, dude.
yeah, and there would be times where I'd lose and I can remember a few fights.
Wow.
Damn.
Dude, this
Well,
Yeah.
he said he's in there with anger issues.
yeah.
Yeah,
Braden,
there you
Braden's
go.
telling some story here, man. This is good stuff. I'll tell you.
So,
Go ahead, Al.
oh, do you still go to counseling? Do you have counseling now?
Upon being released from my last placement,
Mhm.
I was supposed to do counseling, but I just think that it's better to talk to people that you know for your whole life. Examples, your parents, your friends,
Maybe not
grandparents,
your
aunts,
parents, but
uncles.
parents in general.
Yeah,
Yeah.
well, I
Or your
call my
grandparents.
grandparents my
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
yeah,
fair.
I
Yeah.
call them my parents because there's nothing differently that could ever change how I speak or think about them.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no.
right
I
on.
mean,
Yeah.
they did you solid.
Yeah, no
So
doubt.
Oh yeah,
it's
and
go ahead.
honestly, like I there's just like no point that I really see in therapy anymore.
Sure. Okay. Well,
If you've
I
gone
would.
to it that long and if you know how to implement the strategies, I mean,
Mhm.
yeah, how much are you going to get out of it? Yeah.
Yeah, and there's times where I still have those challenges. Like I'm gonna get really angry, but what happens if I do?
Yeah,
Um,
right. So what about
mhm.
like you break your controller?
uh, yeah,
Oh, that's the pits.
Yeah. Well, we
Yeah.
should. That's
I know.
another
Dude.
Trevor spot right
I
there.
know,
where,
right? Yeah, that happens.
Yeah.
actually, where is that controller at? There's a controller in my desk actually that the frame came off of it and the right trigger is frozen.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
the designated beating controller now.
Yeah, there
like,
you
I just
go.
put this one. I won't throw my good controller. I'll reach into that one and
Mm.
throw that controller.
that's a good
It's
move.
like kicking your neighbor's dog.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah,
Right.
which
Exactly.
you should not ever kick your neighbor's dog. It's just an analogy for people who.
Yeah, good analogy,
Yeah,
Anthony.
Thank
well
you.
done.
Appreciate that.
Yep.
So
All right, dude. So what's the future hold? What are you working toward? Do you have a major in mind? Anything like that?
Um, Currently, I'm studying sport management
Okay.
here at the
Cool.
university, but I just feel like that's really like not for me.
Okay.
Okay.
I love sports. I'm a huge sports fan, but like what you're doing in sport management is something completely different than like what people see.
Was it like balancing the
Um,
books and stuff?
oh no, that's more of like a statistical standpoint on things.
Okay.
You're like up 24 hours. I'm trying to think. Um, People from like Adam Schefter type of deal.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Report breaking.
Gotcha.
More breaking news, like personal relations, human relations, just things of that nature.
As long as you're not like who's that guy from ESPN who I hate? The hot take
Stephen
guy.
A. Smith?
Yeah, Steve. Just don't be like Stephen A. Smith. You could be like Adam Schefter.
Yeah,
but
Adam
don't-
Schefter's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. he's all right.
Well, I found out that really wasn't for me because
Okay.
like all the drama that can be involved with that, like obviously, like I just said, I've had enough drama during my life.
Yeah, you
Dude.
need something
I'm always
low key,
like-
man, like air traffic controller.
I was going to suggest farming, but yeah, maybe so. Yeah.
I mean, it's kind of weird that you say farming because I actually changed my major, and I just gotten the email right now as you guys. It's like as
Oh,
we had
look at
started.
that.
Yeah, I'd applied to be a environmental science major with a focus in conservation.
Nice.
Yeah, dude.
Dude, that's
Hell yeah.
right after my heart. I'm a
Green Braden.
Yeah,
That's
dude,
weird.
I'm a hiker. I run a hiking group. I'm going hiking later today. And dude, that's
Hell yeah, man.
fantastic. Yeah. Dude, you be a park ranger. It doesn't pay real well, but it's good work, dude.
Dude, yeah, it's quality
I
of
mean-
life.
Yeah.
I mean, with this girl that I'm with now, she's cool.
All right.
Okay.
I'll
That's
accept
good.
that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I love this. Yeah, I love her honestly.
You ever
She
buy her
wants to be a
tacos?
state- What?
You ever buy her tacos?
Nah.
You
All
should.
right.
You
Well,
should.
dude, in Western Pennsylvania, I don't know how many tacos there are.
Dude, tacos are universal, bro.
You say that because we live in the Southwest.
You're
But-
There
probably
actually
right.
are a pretty decent amount of like authentic taco places.
All
Fuck it.
right.
Take her,
Around here.
take her for some tacos, dude. Trust me on this. Okay?
Oh, there you
She's
go.
like she doesn't so I'm gonna say this, like she's old fashioned.
Okay.
Like she just texted me the other day and she was like, why can't people get their fucking minds right? I was
Oh,
like,
dude, that's the truth.
I was like, what are you talking about? And she was like, because she lives in like a gated community. Because like I'm still supposed to be a senior, and she lives in like a housing like community or something. She was like, we just had someone call in crying and saying that they didn't want to die.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was
Okay.
like, and she was like, I don't want to deal with that. Call a hotline or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There you
Fair.
go.
Fair.
And she's like old fashioned. A lot of college students these days, they will literally go for the experience.
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
Live the college life.
I want to
instead
go
of-
back for the experience.
Dude, you're not kidding. Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah, instead of
Yeah.
focusing on the education. So how is she, a lot of times gaming will run into a brick wall where girlfriends are concerned. And
Yeah.
They will put a kibosh on the gaming.
I've had problems with this myself.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, like our wives
Yeah.
are not amused episode.
Yeah.
How is she with gaming?
Well, it's kind of like more long distance because, like I said, I'm in college. I graduated a little earlier
Yeah.
than I needed, than I was supposed to, and so like people always I'll tell people like I'm 18. I'm still supposed to be in high school, and I'm dating. I want to be with a girl who's a junior. They're like, dude, get the fuck out. You're absolutely disgusting.
What's that, like a year and a half difference?
Yeah, well, back then, dude, that's kind of a big deal, dude. If you're 20, the 18-year-old's like, dude, you're so young. Meanwhile, like as soon as you get past 21, nobody
All right,
gives
well,
a shit
now
no
let's
more.
make sure, right? Because I don't think he said, how old is your girlfriend? Is she 13?
No.
She's 17.
So,
That's
okay,
perfectly
dude. Yeah,
fine.
come on, dude. That's
Yeah.
all right. That's A-okay.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Do you
and
think
it's
she'd be interested in dating a 49-year-old guy?
Dude, get out of here. All right. And with that,
wild.
yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not even gonna lie to you. She has bigger biceps than part of my friend group, dude. So
Nice.
All right. Well, better
she
you than
wrestled.
me.
She wrestled in high school. So
Right on.
yeah.
Yeah, that's cool, man.
You take her to a bar fight. So
Yeah, there you go.
when she's old enough, that
Yeah.
is.
Put
So
her in a
I-
headlock.
Yeah, I would 100% do that.
All right, Brandon.
Yeah.
So hey, I'm glad we got to talk to you, but we have got to get to our sponsor for today's
Yeah.
show. So we're going to be starting to roll
Yeah,
the
roll
ad
on
copy,
outta here, yep.
get moving. So Al,
Yep.
who is today's sponsor for today's very special show?
It is Milkman Fertility.
Ooh, the Milkman Fertility
We
group?
got something new. So
Yeah.
this week's sponsor is Milkman Fertility, and we have a testimonial from one of their satisfied clients.
Oh, good. I want to hear.
This is our first testimonial
Yeah,
for them.
this is great.
Yeah.
I'm
All right,
glad
here
they
we go.
shared.
Hank R. of Ada, Oklahoma. You got to protect his anonymity, right? So
Okay.
just Hank R.
Yeah.
Hank R. of Ada, Oklahoma writes, my wife and I were on vacation in Florida when we heard an advertisement for Milkman Fertility, and we immediately knew they would be able to fulfill our needs. We went to the website, booked an appointment, and the milkman came out the same day.
In Florida.
In Florida.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
On vacation.
Yeah, dude, I know, right?
Yeah,
it's
that's amazing.
Great. Yeah.
It's like Uber.
You're right, exactly. Yeah.
Go
Well,
ahead.
I mean, that's the whole benefit is they come to you.
Yeah.
You know, and it's in-home fertility. So in the private comfort of our hotel room, the milkman gave my wife a fertility treatment. The milkman positioned my wife on the bed, and I was able to look on from a chair right next to them, offering silent encouragement as the milkman implanted his seed. We could not be more satisfied with the service we received.
Dude, that is awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're
I hope
doing
they give
good
us an
work.
update when the kid is born. I want to see some pics.
Yeah, that's right.
All
You
right.
get the follow-up on that.
Yeah, we'll get the follow-up on
There
that.
we go.
All right. For Anthony Scafacci, for Alan Gigax, and for our guest, Braden Lutman, thank you so much for coming on. We are out.